In the clip of the movie Fantastic Beasts, we saw the Chinese monster Zhou Wu, which is from an Asian book, the classic of the mountains and seas. It is an atlas of ancient China and a bestiary of the natural and supernatural flora and flora, all legendary, dating back to the 8th century BCE and spanning a period of perhaps a millennium. It is also a repository of strange spirits, curious folkways, medical beliefs, and other related oral and written traditions of earlier origins. The book contains as many as 277 species of animals, some of which we can still see now, such as lions, tigers, birds, and so on. Although there are some differences with the current animals, but they have the same structures. But most animals no longer exist, especially in the mountain classic part, due to the peculiarities of the records. Most of what is contained are records of shamans from successive generations, which are somehow exaggerated by the long period of transmission and comparison. The man on the right side is a famous author who explains the book after it was published. About the author, contemporary scholars generally believe that it was not written at one time, nor was it written by one person, but was rather an anthology compiled over a long period of time by different authors. At the same time, the classic of mountains and seas records many ancient Chinese myths, the most famous of which include Kuafu chasing the sun, 女娲 mending the sky, and 精卫 filling the sea, which are household names in Chinese society. The book records these things one by one according to the regions rather than chronologically. Most of these things recorded start from the south, then go west, north, and finally reach the middle of the continent, which is unusual. The classic of the mountains and seas is based upon a philosophical and scientific premise of nature, the Chinese philosophy of life. The Chinese request for a harmonious union between themselves and their biophysical and social anthropological environment give rise to such a conception of the world in which people and their way of reasoning are an integral part of the cosmos and intrinsically entwined with spiritual, physical, and moral influence. Nowadays, the classic of mountains and seas still has its relevance. Examples of modern media that reference this classic include movies like Fantastic Beasts, TV shows, and games in China and worldwide that use elements from the book. Also, some young artists in China use their imagination and thoughts to anthropomorphize monsters in the book into human beings.